Good afternoon. This is Mr. Drew, and today we will be learning about the introduction of OBE learning or outcome based education. So, these are learning objectives or learning outcomes for this course, for this lesson. After studying the module, you should be able to first describe the outcome based education or OBE. Number two, know the competencies needed for outcome based learning in college. And third, apply outcome based learning in preparation for life after college. So, according to the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, all higher education institutions in the Philippines are mandated to adopt OBE. But what exactly is OBE? So, OBE is the outcome based education. It is an approach to teaching and learning where the focus is on what students are expected to learn and achieve at the end of course or program rather than just what the teacher wants to teach. So in other words, OBE shifts the question from what will I teach to what should students be able to do after learning. And this is mandated by CHED, as I mentioned a while ago, which includes JRU. So OBE is considered the demand of the 21st century learning system. Today's learners must go beyond memorization of facts. They need to develop critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration, and lifelong learning skills. Employers and industries are now looking for graduates who are not just knowledgeable, but also competent and adaptable in real life situations. And this is why OBE is the model that best prepares students for the challenges of the modern world. Right now, every knowledge that you need can be Googled. Every information that is necessary in a specific problem can be asked through ChatGPT. So knowledge is everywhere. And what OBE would like is for students to develop the critical thinking, the thinking about thinking, and also how will you use the knowledge to solve a problem? How will you communicate well your ideas, collaboration, and of course, the things to survive here on Earth? The next one is the comparison of content based versus outcome based. So, in the traditional content based education, it emphasize on or it's emphasized on covering a fixed curriculum. Success is measured by how much of the content has been delivered and recalled in the examination. On the other hand, outcome-based education emphasize on what learners can actually demonstrate at the end of the learning process. It answers the question, can students apply what they have learned in meaningful ways? So these shifts ensures that education becomes student-centered, not just teacher-centered. Now let's go for the benefits of OBE for students. First, you will know clearly what is expected of you in each course. Second, your learning will be more practical and relevant to real-world needs, contextualization. Third, you'll develop not only knowledge but also skills and values essential for success. And fourth, OBE promotes active and independent learning, which helps you become more confident and prepared for your chosen career. In short, OBE ensures that your education is not wasted. It is designed to make you job ready and life ready. What is an OBE framework? This provides a structure for teaching and learning. It starts with defining clear program outcomes or POs, which, which is aligned with the national and international standards. From there, we create CO or course outcomes and LOs or learning outcomes that guide lessons, assessments, and even activities. So at the end of the day, the whole framework ensures that every activity in the classroom contributes to achieving the desired outcomes. It is like building a house wherein every brick we put is aligned with the final design. This is the JRU OBE setup. Wherein the model is designed so that institutional outcomes are aligned with CHED's prescribed outcomes and with the needs of industries. So from the institutional level, we cascade down to program outcomes, then to course outcomes, and finally to intended learning outcomes to each subject. So assessments, projects, and even extracurricular activities are mapped to ensure that every Filipino graduates with the competencies expected of a JRU Rizalian. So this makes sure that JRU graduates are not just degree holders, but truly competent professionals and responsible citizen, as it is part of the um, vision mission of the school. Okay, so in here for levels of outcomes, starts with, of course, in here. So course learning outcomes, the CO or CLO, this is after completing each course. Program outcomes, this is upon graduation. And program educational objectives, the PEO or PO, this is 3 to 5 years after graduation. So this is the goal of the school, that you should be able to be productive and useful and responsible part of the country, which is what every institution desires. This is an example of the PEOs, SO and SCLO in the syllabus of an education course. You will see there 3 to 5 years after the completing of the elementary education. The graduates will excel in their profession, utilizing knowledge acquired in the elementary education program, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. This is an example of student outcomes, or SO. The knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values that graduates of a program show up on graduation from a specific program. Here are the course learning outcomes, the CLOs. So CLO1 show knowledge that reflect and analyze on what applications of information gain in different areas of learning in FOS. CLO2 exhibit competencies in performing designated tasks in different areas of learning in the FOS. And CLO3 manifests writing and thinking skills and accomplishing written outputs from designated tasks in different areas of learning in FOS. So how are they measured? It could be through assessment, WW written works, that's reaction paper, quiz sheet work, assignment, essay, and others. Performance task, or PT, you've done this a lot in my subject. It could be oral reporting, debate, role playing, presentation of a work, performance of an experiment, um, presentation of case study, and others. Product could be thesis, program, case study, experiment, poster, script, so on. And then, of course, your term exams. This is how computed with its percentages. Okay. So question, what will you do in these situations concerning grades in your different courses currently enrolled or has been taken? So if a grade is not reported in the student access module in the AIMS, report at once to your current or past instructor, or seek the advice of the department chair of the instructor and ask for an advice regarding your concern. So if you get a failing grade and you feel that you should pass, see your course instructor first. For clarification, it is best that you bring along with you all the pertinent documents showing that you have passing grades in the course. Because, class, even if you go straight to Ma'am Miss Lang or to the dean will actually bring it back to me or to us in professors. So please clarify first with your professor for me or with me before going up to the department chair or our dean, because as I mentioned, even it reaches them, they also need to consult me because I am your direct supervisors. Okay, so that's it for the OBE. If you have any question, just send me a message and then I'll get back to you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.